Hi everyone, Jennifer here. I'm coming to you from my closet again, and today I wanted to do a parenting chat with you to continue the conversation on how we can maintain our dignity through parenting. This time we're going to talk about knowing what triggers you. Okay, it's the end of a long day, but this has been on my mind and I want to discuss it with you. So a few months ago I did a video about maintaining dignity through parenting and how important that is and how hard it can be. And it was a really popular video and it received a lot of comments, and I also received a lot of private messages from that video. I think it resonated with a lot of parents. Parenting can be so hard, you know, and it feels like a lonely endeavor sometimes. It's just you and the kids maybe all day long, and you know, you just try to do your best, but sometimes things can trigger us as parents and we can lose our dignity, right? We act in a way that is not ideal, okay? That's what I mean when I say losing your dignity. So, you know, as parents, we want to model dignified, calm, mature behavior, right? And we want to do that because, well, not only does it feel good, you know, we feel good when we're behaving properly, but we want to model that for our children so that they in turn become like that, right? So children don't tend to have calm, dignified behavior. They tend to be, you know, very emotional and, you know, just look at the tantrum, the nature of a tantrum, which is what children have when they don't get their way. It's like the opposite of dignified. You know, they're on the floor, they're screaming, they're kicking. So we want to maintain our dignity through parenting because we want our children to handle sticky situations, situations where they're disappointed or angry, with decorum, with dignity, with calmness, with maturity. We just have to model that ourselves. It just is true. Your children learn so much just from looking at you. They learn, you know, how to act, how to behave. They learn, you know, how to dress, how to present themselves. They're looking at you, whether you know it or not, whether you realize it or not, whether they seem like they're doing it or not. You are their primary role model for the most part. And they're looking at you to see how they're going to behave. So we want to give them good, you know, foundations for dealing with difficult situations. So this is why it's important to know what triggers us, because we as parents can be triggered. And by triggered, I mean set off, you know, something that upsets us, okay? And everybody has different things that bother them. Now, there's different things that can trigger you. It can be a specific child, maybe that you're having a problem with, like a behavioral problem. Maybe they continually do something that just really drives you crazy and you've been working on it and you've been really patient, but they keep doing it. And so then that, you know, might set you off. Another thing could be a situation. Let's say you are triggered by, you know, being late and just having everybody totally unorganized while you're trying to leave the house, and it just takes you forever to get out the door and it just upsets you. Do you know what I mean? So it could be a behavioral thing or it could be a situational thing. So here's how I've been working on myself. I will consciously declare to myself what it is that triggers me. It could be, oh, when that child does this, like let's say they're, you know, they whine a lot. And let's say you can hear them going into that whine mode. I'm just giving examples here. You know, you might start to feel yourself getting angry, right? So that's what's happening. You're being triggered. You're getting angry. And this is the crucial point, okay? When you feel yourself getting wound up, getting stressed out, here is where you need to pause. And this is where you have to really reflect on how you want to behave, okay? So that's why it's really good to pause, because a lot of the times we're so stressed, we're so tired. Usually the triggered behavior is a straw that breaks the camel's back, and then you just let it all fly out the window and you get mad and you yell, you know, you lash out or you say something that you don't mean, like, you know, you're not watching TV for a year, or you know what I mean? Undignified behavior, just acting in a way that you are not proud of. So if we identify what it is that is triggering us, let's say it's a specific behavior in a child, or, you know, the situation, like I said, where let's say, you know, leaving the house triggers you because it's always such a drama. Whatever it is, you need to declare that to yourself, know it, so that when it starts to happen, you could say to yourself, okay, wait, this is it. This is triggering me. I'm being very bothered by this. I need to pause. And at this point, going forward, I need to change my behavior. This is helpful for me because I really don't like yelling at my children, and I don't do it, very often. I have done it before in the past. And it's instantly a feeling of ickiness when I yelled at them in the past. I don't like yelling, and it's not dignified behavior. So I try not to do it. So the way that I stop doing that is to just notice when I get mad, and instead of yelling, I'll talk to them on a more one-to-one level with a quiet, calm, collected voice. Sometimes that could be a bit scarier than yelling, right? Especially if they know that you're upset. It's really about identifying what it is that's bothering you ahead of time, knowing that, and then when it happens, telling yourself, okay, this is happening and it's bothering me. How am I going to handle this in the best way possible? When you do this, you're going to find that you maintain your dignity more as a parent, and that you will walk away from situations, and in the long run, you will feel better about how you handled them. Sometimes in the short run, it feels better to just yell and slam doors and just huff and puff, right? It does. I mean, that's why children do it. But in the long run, it doesn't feel good. And you know that you're modeling bad behavior. This is just something that I have been working on as a parent. If a child does something that just really bothers me, I just really pause and just take it in, and then I'm able to react. I'm not saying don't react, don't put forth consequences or anything like that. But what I am saying is to notice when you are getting upset about something, and then just strive to maintain dignity through your actions going forward. Speak calmly. I like to just check my posture. That's something that I do. If I am just upset, I might hunch over. If I'm going to deal with something, I have, good posture. I'm breathing. I am present, and I will deal with the situation. And I find that, that just goes so much further than throwing an adult tantrum, which I have totally done in the past, okay? So today I would love to hear from you. I want to know, what triggers you as a parent? Is it a situation? Is it a certain behavior from a child? Have you dealt with situations where you've acted like a child and you weren't happy about it? Are you conscious of what you are modeling for your children? I want to hear from you, and your comment could be chosen as comment of the week on the blog. I hope you enjoy these parenting chats. I hope that they are, edifying for you. I love talking about this topic. So, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you like these videos. And thank you for joining me this evening on the Daily Connoisseur, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!